Hello. Today is history lesson about cowboys. Yahoo! And it's on page 122 of your Our America book. So if you're not there, put me on hold for a second. All right, are you there? Look at the words at the top. Bandana, lariat, livestock is a farm or ranch animals raised for profit or money. Cattle ranching, read along with me. Oh, and Mr. Frazier is going to model the cowboy's outfit in just a minute. Cattle ranching. The railroad changed many things about America. One of those things was the way people ate. The people of the East did not have much beef to eat, but there was plenty of beef in the West. After the Civil War, railroads made it possible to take cows from the West to the East. The West had good grazing land. Texas was overrun with wild cattle. If a man wanted to have a ranch, all he had to do was round up as many wild cows as he wanted. Then the rancher would brand each one to show that he was now the cow's owner. Each rancher had his own brand to show which cows he owned. Brands were made up of signs or letters. The brand was burned into the hide of a calf or cow. You can see the pictures of the different types of symbols that they used for branding. A cowboy's job. In those days, there were no fences. The cattle would roam wherever they wanted to unless someone watched them. Men called cowboys were hired by the rancher to look after his branded cattle. They also protected the herd from cattle rustlers who might steal livestock. On the next page, you're going to see what the cowboy wore. I want you to notice the bold words as Mr. Frazier models his cowboy outfit for you. All right, Mr. Frazier, welcome. Would you please model for us your cowboy outfit? Now, I notice you have a really nice cowboy hat.
Yep, can't do without my hat. It's just awfully hot out there in the sun out on the range. When it rains, my hat has this brim on it, so it keeps that rain off of me. And I don't want to get all clean or anything, you know.
Well, I could understand that, I guess. And what's your bandana for? I like that red bandana around your neck.
Well, this scarf, it just keeps dust from getting down inside my shirt, making me scratch all over. Then also, anytime I want to anytime that I want to keep that dust from getting up in my nose, I can just cover it up like this.
Yeah.
I see a lot of people are starting to wear these things. It must be becoming more and more popular.
I think it is, yes. I think it'll keep you safer from the coronavirus, too. All right. And how about what you have in your hand? Is that a lariat?
Yeah, my lariat is just for what we would say when we want to wrestle some cattle. Yeah, if you're going to wrestle some cattle, you better tie them up. And so we take this and we twirl it around, let her go at the right time, lands right over the horns of the cow. Then you wrestle. No, we aren't rustling. No, not rustling. I said wrestling. We can wrestle the cattle.
Do you ever meet any cattle rustlers?
Not any that live very long.
Oh, okay, good. So they don't get away with stealing your cattle, do they?
Oh, no. They don't get away with it. Or they think they do, but no.
All right, very good. Now, I see you've got some boots there. Do you have any spurs on your boots?
Well, I have to have spurs. You know, the spurs are for getting my horse to go where I want it to go. Now, sometimes a horse gets tired like I do. And when you want that horse to get going, you just give it a little dig with the spurs. And the spurs get that horse going. Kind of like pressing the gas pedal in your car, if you're familiar with doing that. Also, sometimes people need a little bit of a dig. You know, that's Paul said, or the Lord said to Paul, it's hard for you to kick against the spurs.
Oh, okay. Wow. So I didn't know spurs were biblical.
Mm.
That's good to know. Now, you don't have any chaps on to protect your legs.
No, I bought some chapstick the other day, and
No, chaps. You know, the cowboys wear on their legs.
Oh yes. I'm not riding my horse right now, so I don't need those. But those protect my legs from, well, just being on that horse all day. They can wear right through your jeans, so the leather chaps keep that from happening.
Also, Mr. Frazier, I do have to point out that you are not in full dress code because you are missing your belt.
Well, my gun belt has been left behind. I just didn't think it was appropriate for second grade to wear a gun belt.
Oh, well, I was just hoping you would be a good example to them of wearing your belt. I might have to write a slip up or write a note in your planner to your parents about this.
I understand, but I wouldn't do that, ma'am. I wouldn't do that.
Oh, you don't think I should mess with you, huh?
Oh,
You wouldn't brand me, would you?
Oh, you've already been branded. You're mine.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, I think we've talked about your spurs and your lariat. Oh, I know. Where's your saddle?
Well, like I said, it's on the horse. I don't tend to wear the saddle.
Well, if you wore it on your head, it might make a good hat. But you've already got a hat, so. Well, I think we talked about everything then. I really do appreciate you letting us interview you, Mr. Frazier. And I hope you have a very good cattle drive this season.
Oh, give me a home.
Where the buffalo roam?
Buffalo moan.
Moan?
Yeah, that's where I want to be.
All right. Have a good day, Mr. Frazier.
Oh, here it is.
Well, next time you see Mr. Frazier, be sure to thank him for being our cowboy model. And if you're on page now, turn to page 124. There's something you can try, and that's designing your own brand. But please don't brand anybody because it doesn't feel very good. What you need is a paper and pencil, and imagine you're a rancher. Use your initials to design your own cattle brand and write the name of your brand. So just something fun if you want to. There are 3 questions on page 124 if you can see if you can answer those questions. And that's all for today. So signing off from the cattle drive, it's Mr. and Mrs. Frazier. Goodbye.